Keys to life. Say keys to life. Come on, come on, come on. It's time for the keys to life. Hey, all right, all right. Thank you so much. Good morning, Life Changers Church. Oh, no, that was bad. Good morning, Life Changers Church. That was also bad. Good morning, Life Changers Church. There we are. There we are. I need y'all to wake up for me. Come on, wake up, wake up, wake up. Number one, what did you learn from God last year? What did you learn from God last year? One of the things that I find very intriguing is that we have these New Year's resolutions, but we don't talk about what we've learned. And not what we've learned from ourselves and not what we've learned from our emotions. Because our emotions do this thing where it's like, oh, well, I don't got to talk to them no more. Like, oh, I ain't going to do this no more. No, but what did God teach you? When you get a moment today, think about what God has taught you. We spend too much things learning about what life has taught us without learning what God has taught us through life. Anytime you see me and you see a shirt and it says forged by God, one of the things that you have to view is think about the idea, the vision, the thought pattern, is that God is the blacksmith in that picture. And I am what he's working on. And he allows the heat and the fire and the water and the hammer to build something wonderful, to build something sharp, to build something lovely, to pure something perfect, something pure, something wonderful. And it takes the fire, and it takes the water, and it takes the hammering. And so it takes life, and it takes the devil, and it takes all the issues and all the circumstances and all the problems to build something wonderful in you. To what you are fearfully what? And wonderfully made. And if you're going to be fearfully and what? Wonderfully made, you can't be fearfully and wonderfully made without getting rid of the impurities. And so for every metal that's beaten, it beats out the what? Impurities, the things that aren't built. If you look it up, go on to YouTube and you look up how they make a sword and how it's done. If you look at some of the things that go through, you have to understand this. God is always teaching you something. So the question, as long as you're breathing out and in, it doesn't make a difference whether you're 8 or 108, he's always teaching you something. If you believe, he has then put you in his school of learning, and he wants to show you something. So what did you learn in the last year through God that will make you a better person for the rest of your life? And in the next year, and in the year after that, and the year after that. You do not get the opportunity to know how long you have. But whatever he taught you is to build you to see and to operate in a better place, in a better fashion, in a better manner, in a better way for the next day, for the next week, for the next month, for the next year. And you don't know it, but every once in a while you just start to say some things to help other people, realizing that what? You've changed. You've grown. I want you to take the same thing that you teach and help other people with to use to increase your life, because he's blessed you. He never told you to come. People, I'm not sure why people do this, but they come to church and then they go home and they never live differently, nor do they ever teach what they've learned. That's a waste of a Sunday morning. You might as well have just stayed home. If you come, take what you learned, use it, and teach somebody else. Show somebody else. When I was in school, they say, well, how do you believe that such and such and such? I said, I don't have no other choice but to believe. I said, I grew up like this, and this was my thought pattern, and this is what I learned. And they said, so how do you feel? I've been practicing faith my whole entire life. It's just what it is. I couldn't really explain it at 16. But I could tell him that I believe God, and that's all that I believe. And if I've gotten anything good, it's because of him. And they're like, where you get the money from? God bless me in different ways, in different places, in different things, and he showed me, and he keep me, and he helped me. And so that was my word. Those were my testimony. And if anybody was enlightened from that, it was because I learned that whatever it is that I'm learning, I need to tell somebody else. Now, number 2, see the other side. See the other side. One of the things I try to do, whether they notice or not, I try to, in every child and every person that is connected with me, is to see how they see life. See how they picture life, what's going on in their life. And not from my view, but from their view. Now, there's times when I have to be tough and I have to be like, oh, your view really doesn't matter, because you have to get over how you feel about it. But there are other times when I'm looking at it and I say, okay, I see what they're doing. I see why they're doing it. And if I can't really help you if I don't try to look through your eyes, because you're hurt by something or you feel some type of way about something and your response is about something. And so I need to picture things differently. When you're talking to people, y'all get in an argument and the person get quiet, but y'all still got to be around each other, it's because you affected them in some kind of way. See it through their eyes. Walk that way. Allow them to see what you see, but then allow yourself to see what they see. And when you allow yourself to see what they see, it helps you understand them. Because if you're going to walk with that person, if you're going to talk with that person, if you're going to be around that person, it would help you to understand that person. Now, it's not about always right and wrong. A lot of people think it's about right and wrong. Please, I'm not talking about right and wrong. I'm talking about understanding people. And if you don't think you have to understand people, that is wrong. Because we're not the same. We don't come from the same walk of life. Even as a parent, I can say when I was your age, I did this, did that, but the world isn't the same. And so you're not going to be affected the same. Now, I can train you up the way I was trained up, but I have to alter some things. I have to change some things. I have to move some things. I have to understand some things that weren't the way they were when I was young. And so this is what I want you to gather. I want you to pay attention to, because we're always evolving. We're always growing. We're always learning. As long as you're breathing in and out, God has something he wants you to see. But he cannot allow you to affect people if you don't want to study people. If you don't want to learn people, if you don't want to see how they see it. Now, how they see it could be confusing. It could be hazy. It could be wrong. But if you understand them, you'll be able to talk to them and then at least be able to see where they're coming from. And you can say, I see where you're coming from. And then you guys can actually have a conversation. But the conversation will never be open if you do not try to see them where they are and why they are where they are. Number 3, I'm changing something. I'm changing something. This is the mindset that you need to go into the new year with. This is the mindset that you need to have in 5 years. This is the mindset you need to have in 10 years. This is the mindset you need to go to heaven with. I'm literally, as long as you are breathing, again, in and out, I'm always changing something. When people can literally know you back and forward and backward, there's a problem. You should always be advancing. You should always be growing. You should always be doing something new. You understand one of the things that about this building, actually, when it's used throughout the week, is that people are learning new things and coming together and spending time. And one of the things that I want you to understand is there's a few programs that I'm so very happy that they have, because you have to continue to learn. You can't be a certain age and not continue to understand how the world works. Here's the key about exercise. The older you get, the more years your body has. The problem is that people think that means I use it less. It's not that you use it less, you use it differently. You need to learn how to exercise. You need to learn how to continue to move, because what you don't use, it decreases. It does not increase. Your mind, learn something new. Your body, move a different way. You have to continue. You'll feel it in your body. And when you ever see people that are lazy, people that don't move a lot, their body hurts. They think they need rest, but the truth of the matter is that they need work, because their body is not meant to not move. And there's actually a couple of different sicknesses that if you stay in a certain way, your body could swell up and it could not operate. There's circulation is necessary. And so all I want to get you to see, and all I want you to understand, all I want you to gather, what I need you to know is that you cannot stay not growing. You can't stay going down. You have to build yourself up every day to learn something new, to grow a different way, to reach out to the desires that you want to achieve. No one's going to achieve them for you. Just like no one's going to forgive other people for you. You have to forgive other people for you. You have to forgive yourself. No one goes. This is the best way I can present it. No one's going to go to the bathroom for you. They can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. Whenever y'all know TT. Whenever we're at a restaurant, she'll be like, "Hey, when you go to the bathroom, wash your hands. Wash my hands when you wash your hands." And I'm like, "Got you." It can't happen. It just can't happen. You have to do something what? Yourself. And so growth does not come from other people learning, and that's it. You have to take it and mature yourself. Hone your craft. If you want to sing better, learn, practice singing. If you want to get better at something, practice doing it. If you want to increase, you have to what? Increase. Change something. Never let people be like, "Oh yeah, I know you back and forward." No, you don't know me back and forward. Why? Because I'm always trying to be better than the last day. Before I'm going to sleep, what did I do wrong? What can I do better tomorrow? What can I do better tomorrow? How can I please God better tomorrow? How can I help my children better tomorrow? How can I be a better man? How can I be a better parent? How can I be a better husband? How can I be a better? What can I do better? Because he did not bring me here to waste his time. And he didn't say, "Hey, have children and don't worry about taking care of them." No. I was talking the other day, this is the last thing I'll say about it, was people were like, "Oh, at a certain age, then it's not your problem." No. My son could be 45. "Dad, what do you think I should do?" I'm like, "I don't know. You passed 18 or you passed 21. I can't help you no more." That's not how that works. "Dad, I'm in a situation." "Okay, well, let's talk about it. Let's see, what did you come up with? Now let's work out what your situation is." You have to learn that things don't go away. They get older, but you got to change. You change the parent you are, you change the husband you are, you change the wife you are, you change the maintenance man you are, you change the pianist you are, you change the singer you are, you change the whatever. You change the retired person you are. Literally. You can't, if you sit still, you will get worse. You must increase. And those are the keys.